Steve.
No, you love it. It's just going to go to the...
Yeah. Live with Wayne Kearney. Peg 19. It's Mike McGrath next to him. Just hooked into one. He's fishing to his left-hand edge.
Pem's in again, isn't he, down there?
Is he? Pem's still catching, apparently, according to
10
Steve.
million miles behind now. Cup of tea, mate. I ain't got no cash, so I couldn't pay for a cup of tea in the restaurant, so I've been on the piss instead.
You're live then.
Oh, sorry, I've been getting drunk again.
You're live on Channel 4, please.
Yes, so don't say it there. Is Andy Dare any more down the edge?
Can you control us while I break?
Yeah, of course I can, mate. Not going anywhere. Neither's the camera, is it?
Control it, making it.
Are you going calf?
Yeah.
Will you get me a black coffee, please?
Black coffee.
With 1 sugar. Thank you.
No, you're
Some
mate,
inspiration
don't worry about
in
us.
that as well, please.
Don't worry about us. We'll be catching in front of him even now, Luke. Brian wants an update on Skylark. Is there any, let me go and find out.
On Skylark,
yeah.
not a lot happening, mate. Tom Edwards has just had 2 on the bounce in his edge. He's feeding his 1+1
well,
line.
he's got a few. He's in with a shout.
So
still.
Yeah, he's possibly winning that lake.
Yeah.
I've just been and spoke to Wal. I don't know who's running further up, so I've no real weights for the far end.
Have a look.
Steve.
Mike McGrath's just got one. So's Dale Jackson just got one. So it's starting to. Well, Pem's he's in every time you look, and they took on the board. They got him down for £98.
Yeah.
It was Cameron, so he's first over 100.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd be no good with £150 today, would you?
No, I mean it won't be far off.
No, it won't be far off, but you won't be winning. Let me go and see them guys, see what they're doing.
All right, Paul.
Their mic's on the side, eh?
Yeah, so Steve's off for a walk to go and find out what's going on peg 6 to 10. Elsewhere left.
Apology for the break in the action there, as we're now down to the limitations of batteries and cables.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm just going to try and find my phone, which I've left there, so that's quite handy. So we're now looking at Andy Durr on peg 20. He's fishing in his edge. Last time I was live earlier on, Andy had quite a good fish, and we're back on this lake again, and it looks like we're on him again. Andy was certainly one of the public's favourites before the draw today. Very popular guy is Andy.
He's had a hard old day, I think.
Yeah, everyone's had a hard day. It's definitely not been easy.
It's been a bit slow for him. And
yeah.
Sat next to Luke
He's
on this
lost
end
it.
peg. Sat next to Luke on this end peg, who's probably up there, second or third maybe in the match.
Yeah. Yeah, I certainly think the winner's going to come off Partridge again this year. You know, Pem's going to take some beating, as you just heard there with from Steve. He's catching one a go up there. There's Craig Kent just had one on peg 14. Craig's had a slow day as well, to be fair. He was really slow earlier on. Mike McGrath into one as well. That's Mike McGrath. Just into one. On peg 18. Which are they? So Mike got off to a really slow start. He sat there for ages. Started on the feeder, and he just sat there. He just was motionless, absolutely. He's obviously decided to go onto the pole. He's in his edge, and he's starting to catch. But we're nearly 3.5 hours in, so. £5 to £8. Craig Kent started to fish in his edge as well now. I mean, did fish for, he knows the score. Definitely knows the score. That's that one in the bag. Wayne Kearney next to him on peg 19. He started potting. A big pot of ground bait there, going into his edge, shaded by that banner. Not that there's no one walking up and down the middle island this year. Don't think it caused much of a problem last year anyway, to be honest. It was only me and 8 other. Going up and down that path, and we weren't up and down it constantly. There was plenty of gaps. Plenty of gaps. Fish starting to rise down the middle on this lake now as well. The odd one. Yeah, it's gone really quiet on both lakes. Tom Edwards had a couple. Sure, he had 2 on the spin and then nothing. Ryan went in his edge, and his long edge, he had 1 and then nothing. Craig feeding his short line. He's big-handed maggots in now as well. They're all fishing that 1+1 line and they're piling it in. Andy Powell was doing it earlier on. Whether he's continued to do that or not. Speaking of Andy, too sure who that is, I can't think. No. Dale Jackson. Cheers mate, thank you. Yeah.
Limited by cables.
Come on, Luke, you've got 25 pence each me on you. Come on.
Everybody's got in their edge. Absolutely everybody. There's not one pole out in front of them. That's not a bad fish.
Sounds like some big fish.
That Mike McGrath into one now as well.
It's like a certain fish like that, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's notable as well. And it was totally different last year, if you remember, because early on it was the other lake at the top end where Warren is,
Yeah.
which Jamie was on, and I don't know who's on the peg that Chris was on last year, but yeah, Chris and Jamie seemed to go with it at the first half of the match, and then Rob Swan, Dale Shepherd, and then obviously the fish moved down to Zach Brown. They started catching in the later end of the match. You know, not that they didn't catch early on, but it was noticeable that that the fish were on. You know, they were being caught earlier on the Skylark rather than partridge. And today it just seems to be everything is on partridge. To be honest, apart from Tom Edwards, who's had a few fish. I mean, Steve will be back shortly with a bit of an update. In the net. That's £8. Well done, Mike. Everybody. Wayne Kearney's got in front of his nets on that really short line. Everyone's gone short or in their edge. Big balls of maggots. That's sticky maggots, that, I reckon. They make me out to be a fool and it's going to be nothing to do with them, but you know what, I can't do any worse job than anybody else, than other people that I can mention, which I'm not going to mention names. Don't fancy a lawsuit. Watching over to the other lake, and on the few anglers that I can see, and none of them are catching. Someone's talking about food over there. Don't start with that. Yeah.
So everyone's gone down the edge, but that seems to be
No.
catching.
No. I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, I haven't put my glasses on, so I can't see that far. But it'd be interesting to see what Pem's doing now. You know, have they slowed down for him as well?
And if they do come down the edge, how like the venue expert Craig, for instance, will do.
Yeah. Yeah, Craig had one when you were away. That's actually the second fish I've seen him have. Obviously I saw him have one earlier on. I did speak to his dad on the way back down. He said he'd had 5 fish. So who's that up at the top end next to it's Mikey Williams, isn't it, next to Pem?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Mikey's just had one. Unfortunately, we can't go up that end at the moment. But yeah, Mikey's just landed one. Craig into one there. Further up, yeah. That's max, that's it. Yeah, that's as far as we can go. There's Craig Kent, our venue expert. I reckon the only reason he's still on his peg is because he knows it's being filmed, because normally he'd be up off his peg and in the gym, wouldn't he? You know, for anyone that doesn't know Craig, he's big into his fitness, he's quite a big guy, and he's renowned for getting off his peg halfway through a match and going to the gym for 45 minutes, turning up 45 minutes later and still winning the match. So, yeah, but that's another one for Craig. That's not a small fish either, that's £5–6. And it's not massive. Come round, back round to Andy Durr. Has he hooked that in his edge? I wasn't watching, so.
I wasn't. I think he was fishing his edge.
Fish is taking off again. Have to put a couple of sections on. Is that Wayne Kearney into one as well next to him?
Yep.
Yeah, so Wayne's hooked that in front of his nets. Fish race. Get them both now. I might be able to get them both in the same shot. That's a good fish, that from Wayne Kearney.
Nearly a double holding, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It spat the hook in the net. Don't you just love it when that happens? Well done, Wayne, keep going. Certainly where my money is. Back here with Andy Durr.
Could be a lump or foul up. It's certainly going well.
Yeah, I don't think that's foul up, mate. No, it's definitely not. That's in the mouth there. Yeah, that's in the mouth.
It's a £6 fish.
Over to Luke. Luke's on last year's winning peg, peg 21. Is he up that on that long edge line?
He was fishing at shallow as well.
Yeah, I saw him slapping before, yeah. Mike McGrath's into one as well on peg 19. So these fish seem to have moved up to this end of the lake. Has that wind changed direction? And as it, you know, not saying it has a massive effect, but
Well, I think it has to be.
you know, Craig's just had another one as well.
That's a decent-ish fish.
That's a good fish, yeah. Mike McGrath there, he's just landing another.
It's got to be about £8.
Yeah. Is that? Not sure who that is. This is the only fish I've seen on the long ball. He has, I'm not sure who that is. But listen, everyone deserves a bit of coverage. Oh, he's lost it.
He's up to walk off you the tube again.
Oh, it's Rob. No, it's not. Why? Yeah, it is. It was Rob. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm not as familiar with the anglers this year as I was last year. Is that Wayne Kearney into one again? It sure is. That's pulling some. Oh, doesn't want to go in the net. Go on, Wayne. Well done, mate. That's £8. No, don't put the camera on him. Yeah. I want to say he's used the right barrier, but he hasn't. Wayne Kearney. We were having this conversation before with Sarah Taylor about who's the oldest angler in the club. We were having about the oldest and then the youngest. We reckon it's between Wayne Kearney and Warren Martin. We didn't want to offend anyone with ages before. I've no idea how old Wayne is.